The very lovely Kat Brown, who's in here with us today. Kat is the other half of Cake and Eat It. And we just saw Lyndon, of course. Now we've got Kat in here. And Kat is a vocalist. And singers, well, I envy singers all the time because I'd love to be able to just do that, open that, and have this beautiful sound come out. She has it. I don't. So we're going to make you show us how you have it, Kat.
Oh, how I have it.
Shake my hand, please.
Here you go. Now you have it.
Yeah, now I have it. I've got it. Excellent. Right. So, what can we talk about? You've been singing a while?
Yeah, I've been singing professionally for probably about 10 years now. Like, I mean professionally as in like going out to clubs and pubs and making money from it.
And getting paid for it.
And getting paid for it.
I like that.
That's
I
correct.
Like that.
Not without a little bit of busking, you know.
Yeah.
Get in there as well.
Yeah.
But I've always sung. I've always loved singing.
Yeah. It's your passion, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is something I'm very passionate about. It was a soothing thing as a child to sing, and I was deathly shy too, and it was awful because I knew I could sing, I could hear it.
Yeah.
But I was never able to perform like I thought I should be able to. I used to watch Shirley Temple and Wish and Dream.
Yeah. Well, you certainly can now because I've seen you do that, and very, very good. So in that whole vocal thing that you possess in that throat and chest and everything of yours, there's some unique kind of sounds that you would have. And you told me before you were working on a song by Queen, which is like one of those milestone Freddy Mercury kind of songs, and you had to work hard at getting your vocal to sort of reach some of those notes, right? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah,
like, I mean, Freddy Mercury is, he's an absolute legend, and to ever attempt a Freddy Mercury song with the range that is required is always, you know, you want to give it your best shot.
Yeah. Oh, you've got to, otherwise he'll come down and get you.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But I found a while ago, a few years back, I was diagnosed with vocal nodules on my vocal cords, which was devastating, and I was doing gigs in Canada actually, and I was rendered voiceless after each gig, and it was getting a bit traumatising. And I took a couple of months off coming back to New Zealand, and thought, okay, that was the break I needed. Went back and
went back to Canada.
Well, yeah, it wasn't the case, and had a ear, nose, throat doctor look at me and said, no, you've got nodules. Right. And that's when the work really started, and actually that's when I learnt a lot of techniques. And fortunately, through this sort of disability that happened, I learnt a lot of techniques that have made me a better singer.
Gotcha. So nodules are formed from misuse of the throat?
Yeah,
or?
Misuse, just...
pushing too hard, stretching?
Pushing too hard. It's actually it's a callus on your vocal cords are like this, and it's when they start rubbing together. Overuse, misuse, not drinking enough water, just, stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
it's usually pushing your voice too hard. Without the techniques, right?
Without the techniques, exactly.
Yeah. So, what were some of those techniques that you learned then that you still use?
Well, it's a very interesting technique actually. I mean, obviously, really basic things like keeping hydrated and warming up before gigs, really, really important. But
can I ask you on that? How do you warm up for a gig?
I do vocal exercises.
Like what? Can you give us an example?
Oh, one of my
Don't be shy.
No, one of my favourites is actually something I learnt in drama school. You've got your whole theatre warm-ups that you do.
Do you have to stand up for this, or you're
No, I can sit down. And it's a bit of a sort of...
Otherwise I have to stand up as well.
No, it's like 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you go all the way up to 8.
That's good.
And back. 8, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 8, blah, blah. Right. That's a good one. Or just... or really obnoxious noises. Yeah. Or just singing along to something on the radio on your way to the gig. I mean, not everybody has time to plot out an hour warm-up before a show, as you probably well know. Yeah. Grant.
Because we're always late for the show, aren't we?
But
the show must go on.
Yes, it must go on. But a really important technique that my friend Gary, really well-known singer in Montreal, taught me, and he was the guy that gave me the singing lessons I needed. He'd had nodules on his vocal cords as well. was a technique, it's quite psychological really, of just singing backwards. Now I know that doesn't make sense at all, but quite often, yeah, it was a little bit like that. Quite often we're taught as actors and singers to project our voices to the back wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
find a cross on the back.
And that was something that had been really drilled into me, was, you know, projection to that point. Yeah. And maybe as an actor on stage, that you know, when you've got a few lines here and a few lines there, and you do need to project
drama and theatre and
to an auditorium, but. Regarding singing, when you've mic'd up, and so you don't need that extra amplification, and it's really a case of learning to use your microphone and singing, instead of singing out and at the microphone, which is a common misconception. Yep. You must learn to visualise your voice hitting the back wall behind you.
Oh, really?
You know,
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to get your head around, but once you.
So what are you doing? You're resonating or something? What are you doing there? You're trying to get to the back wall.
Yeah, like instead of when you're like, you know, just so and hitting your hand, right? You need to be like and hitting that back wall instead.
Wow.
I know, it's just
like
in your mind.
Very cool.
And it seriously saved my voice.
What does it do? What does that do? Does it relax things or something?
Yeah, like there's probably a physiological answer that
we won't go to that though.
Yeah, but
too deep.
Yeah, it's way too deep. But it really saved my voice, and it obviously has something to do with the way the vocal cords resonate and etc. But it definitely is a technique that I teach at Carmel Intermediate at the moment as a performance mentor, and my little girls, and you know, they come up, they're 13 years old, and they're going to perform in front of the school, or they're doing this or that, and actually some of them have come down to sing at vinyl with me, which has been really cool, really great experience for them. But that's something that I've been trying to teach them, because a lot of them are getting, you know, lessons, professional lessons, and they're acting or whatever, and there is that kind of voice throwing thing, which is good.
I get it.
Yeah, which it has its own purpose. But,
So I'm going to put you on the spot just a little and go back to the Queen song.
Okay.
Can you just give us like a line out of whatever part of that song you want to? So I'd like to hear your voice now. I know it's a scary one, but you're warmed up a little, eh?
A little bit. Yes, because I warmed up before this game.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Take note.
Okay, so right at the end, he does the. Can anybody find me somebody to love?
Very good, girl.
Oh, yeah, a bit rough.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Because we can edit this, by the way.
Oh, good. Yeah, so it's like, can anybody find me somebody to love? Okay, you have to edit that bit out.
No, that was cool, man.
Yeah, well, I mean,
He's on the roof. I can hear him on the roof.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs like, you know, High and Dry and Thank You by Dido that require some sort of, you know, singing and the falsetto bit coming in and stuff like that.
Look, you know, even though you cringed then, there's 90% of people out there, probably 99, you know, would be going, wow, you know, because it's a gift just to be able to do that. And I get, you know, first time that you hit those notes really beautifully.
Yeah.
You know, like that's an exercise, you know, taking on a song like that. But the thing that, you know, for me, I look at a vocalist and I go, I would love to do that. And I know that everybody else in the crowd is looking at it going, what a gift. I would love to be able to do that. Because, you know, you can hold these things, you can play these things, and you can kind of be behind them. You're not hiding behind them, but you're behind them. But when you're out there, you're just standing there with your voice, that's your thing, you know. And when you pull it off, and you do pull it off, you know, it's beautiful when I see you sing at live gigs. You know, I'm just going, what happened? Where was I, you know?
Oh, you know, I think about it a little differently. Like, I know that there's this thing about wanting to sing, but, you know, for example, the way Lyndon plays guitar, like, it's just, it's incredible. It's amazing, and he's so natural, and there's no way, I mean, I play guitar to support my voice, and it's like, and it's passable. But you know, I look at you know, guitarists and you know, talented drummers, and I think, wow, myself.
Yeah.
Because I think of my voice as an instrument.
Yeah, yeah, and it is. Yeah, got that.
Yeah, and it's something you need to work on, and it's something that you weren't as good at, and now you know, over.
Yeah, but you didn't have to buy it. It was already there.
Yeah, I had to pay for some lessons.
Yeah. So another question I'd like to ask you: in your set at the moment you're playing, what's hands down your favourite song?
Oh, you know, I don't really have a favourite song
To sing.
To sing. Well, there is a song that I love by a musician called Anna Nalick, and it's a song called "Breathe."
Oh yeah.
And it's you know, it's a beautiful song about, you know, not giving up and, you know, life and
in that song,
yeah.
Is there anything that challenges you vocally?
It's a bit of a run. Like there's not much of a break. There's no sort of guitar lead. It's sort of like over and over and over and over again, and you need to be in good voice to pull it off.
Are you in good voice by the way right now?
Well, I'm hoping so.
Sing something.
No,
just a little bit. You don't have to. You can always say no and slap me.
Well, we have this gig tomorrow night, and we're going to Mumford & Sons tonight, so I'm a little bit concerned about my voice screaming for the band. But things like "Breathe" are just, see, this is why I love playing with an accomplished guitarist.
Well, we're going to do that in a moment.
Yeah, is that I don't know whether...
Or would you like to do it with Lyndon playing it on "Breathe"? Is that cool? Can we organise that?
Okay, yeah.
Well, let's do that. So I'm going to hop off the set, and Kat and Lyndon are going to play a bit of "Breathe." You can play the whole lot if you like. And we'll just get an idea of what Kat does with her vocals. Excellent. I'm going to hop off. Thank you very much, ma'am. I'm going to pitch your hands for coming in. Beautiful. It was a pleasure.